Hey guys, it's Jedi Lex, and last weekend I decided to attend the Collecticon, which was hosted in Orlando, Florida from the 25th to the 26th of February, and as you can see, this convention was massive. I decided to get there early so that way I could get in line to check in, and I had already pre-purchased my tickets, but they did allow you to purchase tickets at the entrance, which was pretty cool. We got our wristbands and then got into another line to wait for the doors to open at 10 o'clock. Once the doors opened, I had one mission and one mission only, and that was to get my Zeb autographed by his voice actor, Steve Blum. I love Rebels so much, and I'm super excited to now have my first autograph pop to add to my personal collection. After I got my autograph, the Funko Pop hunt began. They had several booths filled with pops, just like this one. However, I did appreciate that the vendor at this booth brought their own lights, which made it easier to see the pops, and they even had some displayed overhead. Some cool pops that I saw was this Cal Kestis and BD1. They had Freddy Funko as Darth Maul, and they even had the 2019 Fall Convention Mandalorian. Here is another look at what is probably my favorite booth at this convention. But next, we ended up heading over to Gallery Panda, who had these awesome art pieces for $70. Then we had another vendor that had a bunch of deluxe pops up front, and behind they had a whole section of Funko Pops, and they made it easy to find exactly what you were looking for by organizing them into categories, whether it was Disney or Stitch, but I noticed that they had the Chase Boba Fett soda, and right after I found their Star Wars sections, but the one that caught my eye was the 2021 Fall Convention Boba Fett. After, we hit the Pop & Sons collectible booth, and they had Loungeflies, Funko, and Pokemon. They are based out of St. Petersburg, where they run their storefront. However, they brought the heat to this convention. I saw the special edition Mandalorian, the 2018 convention Cad Bane, the 2019 convention Hooded Darth Maul, the Silver Stormtrooper shirt bundle, and Ayla Secura, as well as Mando on the Blurg and the Encounter on Endor. We then headed right to the Geek Out Toys and Collectibles and Pop and Decals booth, where they had some heavy hitters, including Clone Commander Cody and Jango Fett. They had the 442nd Clone Trooper, Black Box Luke, and a whole Star Wars section. Right next to them was the First Force Collectibles table, which had a decent amount of Funko Pops and some sodas on display, but I did see some Star Wars ones, like this Boba Fett. They also had the Lights and Sound Darth Vader, and the Concept Series Stormtrooper, the 2021 convention Cad Bane, and the 22 convention Anakin Skywalker. The table behind it also had some really cool Star Wars art. I found another booth that was pretty massive towards the back that had a ton of grails, including the 2019 Convention Mandalorian, the Celebration Grand Admiral Thrawn, both Qui-Gons, and the 2015 Shock Trooper. They even had Spirit Yoda and the Gold 2019 Boba Fett. I found another booth not too far that had a ton of Funko Pops, and after weeding through, I was able to find the Star Wars section that had the Blue Box Stormtrooper and the Luke Skywalker Hoth, as well as Darth Malak, with a couple other Star Wars ones in the back. I ended up coming across the Neon Remnants booth because it had a ton of Star Wars figures on display, and while I was there, they even let me know that they sell custom stickers and clothes on their website. I then found myself at the Toy Boss Collectibles booth, which had a ton of Funko Pops, and they had even more on the side. I ended up seeing these two 3-pack Star Wars pieces, as well as Massa Bean, the Mandalorian, and the 2019 Convention Sand Trooper. One of the last booths that I hit was the Jay and Pay Collectibles, who also stream on Whatnot, but they had a ton of Funkos, as you can see, but not too many Star Wars, but I did peep the Blue Box 501st Clone Trooper, and lastly, I ended up checking out the Nat 20 Sabers, who also sell their affordable sabers on Etsy. While getting to have a conversation with Steve Blum, as if I was talking to Zeb himself, wasn't the best part of this convention, I was also approached by a vendor who made me a deal that I couldn't resist, so I finally decided to take down Grand Admiral Thrawn. I added him into a hard stack and placed him up on my Death Star shelf alongside my newly signed Zeb, and now I can happily say that I have successfully completed my mission by finally collecting all of the Rebels Funko Pops.